This is very important information. None of it is an advertisement to take your money. So that fireplace effect that we hear in every episode, let's just turn. I'll just turn on the fire here.
It's a fireplace.
That is a fireplace that you're hearing.
It's a fireside chat that we're having between us and you, the listener, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Okay, you're going to hear some current event talk in this episode that is not current.
Yes, we recorded several episodes before we went live. So if you like what you hear at all, please support us on iTunes by just giving us 5 stars so that more people know that we're out here shouting into microphones.
Yes.
Also, well, you can talk about this because I hate this.
Jim hates this part of the show. You can vote for your favorite idea that we came up with in each episode. In the show notes, there's a survey link, and we will, maybe, at some point in time, do a bonus episode based on the winning idea.
Finally, if you have anything you want to say to us, anything at all, hopefully it's nice things. But even if it's not, if you have feedback for us, hit us up on any of our social media platforms or on the email. You can email us at doyouwanttomake.apodcast@gmail.com.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, @doyouwanttopod. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you, and we hope you enjoy.
Enjoy. I love you.
Bye.
Except hello, because now the show's starting. So? I bet you're wondering why I've called you here today.
Yeah. Why are we here?
I have a secret mission for you.
Tell me.
I don't actually have any ideas for a secret mission. I'm sorry, I failed. I was trying to come up with like a good little premise for us to get started with, and I failed.
Oh man, it's okay. I'm sure I can whip something up.
Okay. Great. Let's whip that up. So let me ask you something. You're sitting among my laundry.
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
Warm, safe at home. Yeah.
Oh.
But I always feel that way when I'm in your house.
Oh, that's really nice. Wow. Wow. Okay. That was good. That was a good answer.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe Godley.
Hey, Jim Bloss.
Do you want to make a podcast?
Yeah, I really do. Doesn't get old for me. I don't know if that gets old for you, but
what?
How we start the show.
Oh, no. It's not old. It's just I'm just trying to keep it spicy. And I was feeling so spicy before, and then I don't know what happened. I feel as though I was spicy, and then I got drenched in milk or something.
Oh, God.
And now I'm not spicy.
Oh, I just imagine, like, someone pouring milk over nachos and salsa.
Yeah, not pleasant.
Milk nachos.
Milk nachos. Well, I mean, but at the same time, what do you put on nachos?
Cheese.
What is cheese but
better milk?
Aged milk.
Much better milk. All right, it only took 3 minutes, but Jim made me feel like a dumbass.
What? No, that was not my goal at all.
You could not say that any less convincing.
I'm sorry. I'm not feeling very earnest today.
No, that's fine, Jim.
I want you.
I don't
know what the opposite of earnest is. Disearnest? Is that a word?
I don't know. Let's ask Oscar Wilde with importance of being earnest. Disearnest. Well, most of that play is is basically saying, no, my name's not Ernest, but it really is.
No, isn't it the opposite?
Okay.
The play is is a lot of people saying that they are earnest, when they are not.
Well, no, because a lot of the play is like, my name is not Ernest. My name is Jack. Oh, but really this happened to you as a baby, and in fact you are Ernest. Oh, and by the way, your name is also Ernest too. It's this whole thing at the end. So maybe.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But isn't it like they pretended to be Ernest and then it turned out that they were Ernest? I don't know. I'm drunk.
This is all to illustrate how brilliant Oscar Wilde is. Brilliant man.
What a guy. Also, I'm not drunk, Mom. Don't worry. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do this while inebriated. Actually, no, that's not true.
We could do a drunk episode.
I would do this while inebriated, but not today.
Man, we could. I'm gonna write that down.
Oh, you haven't thought about that?
No, actually, I've been having so much fun just doing. Not once have I thought, man, I wish I were drunk doing this. So I'm just gonna write down the word drunk and check it off on the list.
Drunk. How different? Let's make predictions. How different would the show be if we were drunk?
I think like instead of me giggling 90% of the time, I'd be giggling 100% of the time.
That's true.
I'd have to pee really bad. I'm just imagining me at a bar.
Yeah.
I would probably be being like, I'd probably be thinking, well, no, there's that.
Yeah, like that. That's like exactly how you would be.
Okay, what do we want to make a podcast about, Jim?
Well, I have several things written down here, and by things I mean like single phrases.
Okay.
So I'm going to read one to you. And actually, I looked at this list again recently because I started making this list a while ago, and then I forgot about it. So then I stopped writing things on it, and then I remembered it again. So, right after this thing, I wrote this a long time ago. And I don't remember the context for writing it at all.
That's how all my ideas are, Jim.
Yeah.
Welcome.
It's not really a podcast idea, but I just want to share it. I wrote 5D movies.
So this could go well with the drunk podcast.
I don't know. I don't remember why I wrote that. I don't remember what prompted it. I don't remember anything. I just know that I wrote 5D movies.
Okay. Where do we begin?
Well, let's start with my estimate of why I wrote this. There must have been some reason I was thinking about 4D movies. Now, 4D movies, as you know, or you may not know, are movies that they have usually at, like, amusement parks, where not only is it a 3D movie, but there are also, like, things that happen to you in your seats.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you get sprayed with water. Or you get
wind
stabbed in the back, or the chair
stabbed in the back.
Yeah, have you ever at Disney World, Animal Kingdom?
They stab you in the back. They literally.
There's a Bugs Life movie in the big tree, or at least there used to be. I don't know if it's probably not still there. But and the bugs like ran rampant, and like part of it was like a bug came in, like a bee came and stung you. And it was literally like this little thing came out of the back of your chair and like stabbed you.
Oh my god! Did it actually break the skin?
No. It scared the crap out of me.
Are you sure Disney didn't get a small sample of your blood during that ride?
Am I sure? No. It's very possible that they're creating
cloning
a database of the human race.
Here we go.
But, you know.
A podcast about getting cloned while at Disney World.
Yes.
This is how Disney populates the world with people that look like us, but are true to the Disney brand.
All right, you're getting in hardcore conspiracy
I'm doing the thing I do.
And I can't tell if you're being goofy or if you're being serious.
Usually I'm both.
Usually you're both.
Yeah.
That's true. But so that's a 4D movie, right?
Yeah,
or
5D.
Like your seat will vibrate. So 5D. Well, the first thing we need to establish is what is the fifth dimension?
Oh God, my brain already hurts.
And may I
please
hypothesize? It's time.
Oh my God.
So here is my proposal for you. A 5D movie is a movie that feels like it is many hours long. It's a 4D movie that feels like it's many hours long, but you emerge from the movie and mere seconds have passed from when the movie began.
God. It's like...
Now let me tell you why this is great. Okay. Because, first off, the turnover rate for number of people that can come see the movie during the day, very high. Very high. You can, like, people can come see this, like, 4 times in one day at our future amusement park. And they'll love it, and they'll want to keep coming back, and they can come see it, like, 4 times, and, like, it's only been, like, 5 minutes. But they've seen the same 7-hour movie 4 times. I'd like to bend the rules of time and space, is what I'm trying to say.
I love this.
Great.
It is not a podcast, but oh, what a great money-making machine that would be. Trademark.
TM.
What? That's from my brother, and me, right?
Yeah, they claim TMs.
So, A, trademark, B, shout out to my brother, and me.
Great show.
Yeah. That's lovely. I was actually before you gave your idea for the 5th, that might be the 5th dimension. My idea for a 5D movie is something that I heard.
Let's do something, maybe something that doesn't break the laws of physics.
Great.
Okay,
so
great. Yeah.
This is a segment called Joe Listens to NPR. Joe heard on NPR how they're thinking about making augmented reality a component to movies. So not just a headset that would be 3D, but like AR.
Yeah.
That could be 5D movies.
Yeah, so like you're sitting in the movie theater and you're watching A Bug's Life still.
Yes, because great movie.
Because
great movie.
What we truly need in this world is A Bug's Life theatrical re-release. And not only does Hopper, the bad guy, come out to you, but then when he's not in the scene, he comes and he sits next to you and watches the movie with you.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. And you and that giant grasshopper can hold hands. And
so you would have tactile gloves. You would have some sort of AR gloves on to feel him holding your hand.
Oh, heck yeah.
This would be very expensive.
I didn't come here to save money, Jeff. I came here to revolutionize moviegoing.
On a podcast. Yeah.
And so what the podcast could be is it could be us watching a 5th dimension movie, a 5D movie, and describing it to the viewers or listeners.
So removing all the other dimensions.
Yes, making a 1D 5D movie.
You know what's sad though? Not sad. Strange. That's totally going to be a thing, whether we make that a podcast or not. That's the equivalent of kids watching YouTubers play a video game.
Kind of.
It's almost the equivalent because it's a visual medium. But it's like people don't want to watch the movie. They want to feel like they're getting it like by association. That
Yes. Shut up. I have a real idea.
Oh, God.
A podcast. Well, let me ask you a question first.
Okay.
Do you like horror movies?
That's a difficult answer, but yes.
Okay, great. Stop there. I hate them. So, but whenever I see a preview for one, I'm like, I want to know what happens in that, but I don't want to see it. So, let me posit this to you.
Here we go.
A podcast where you watch a horror movie, and then you explain it to myself and the listeners, and tell us what happened.
Jim, we are going to make, like, antisocial people so happy because they're going to be like, great, now I don't even have to go to the movies with friends. This free podcast will be my friend and make me feel like I went to the movies. So we're just like...
Yeah.
We are just furthering
like you can just tell me
disinteraction.
Well, yes, and also no.
I'm not saying we shouldn't do it, but that's what's going to happen.
Like, think about what's like a horror movie that got a lot of buzz, like the first Paranormal Activity or something like that.
Right.
You know, or like if you want to go way back, like the Blair Witch Project or something.
Sure.
I don't know. Right? Like that came out and like everybody was talking about it and everybody was like, oh man, that was so crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, sure. Now with this podcast,
Yeah.
I can enter into the discussion. So you say it is less social. I say it gives those people opportunities
To
be more social.
More social.
Because
That's
they
very
can-
glass half full, Jim. Well
Thank
done.
you. Thank
well
you.
done. Now, is this like basically this podcast 1Ding a 5D movie experience? Is it a lot? Basically, is an episode of this podcast as long as the movie itself? Is it basically us doing a director's commentary on a movie in real time?
It can be, or you can kind of
Review the movie?
Well, I don't think we want it to be a review,
No, I definitely don't want that.
but we want it to be a synopsis, basically.
Okay.
So, like, you present a synopsis, and, like, I may ask questions about, like, what was this character doing? What was this character saying? How scary was it?
Uh-huh. So we're basically just it's a spoiler podcast.
It's a spoiler podcast.
Okay. That's actually not a bad podcast. It is people that, like, just want spoilers for things.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, writing this down. Spoiler
You know what else we could do it for?
podcast. What?
You know what else we could do it for? Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Because that's something you have watched, and I have not.
Humble bragging, I've also read the books. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. That's not even humble bragging, that's just bragging.
Yeah, I mean,
I've
was
read the
only
books.
bragging because you did it in that awful voice.
I've read the books and since forgotten all the details that aren't in the show. Because, the books still haven't been finished yet.
Right.
Yeah, I really hope George Martin, the writer of Game of Thrones, is listening to this podcast instead of writing.
Yes, I'm sure.
The
I'm
books.
sure that's happening. Hello,
Well,
George.
Hi, George.
Great job.
Clearly,
Writing a best-selling
he's
franchise.
Well, this is kind of the fans are really upset with him because it's like this dude isn't spending time writing the books. Who's to say he isn't listening to our podcast right now?
That's true.
I hope he is
I hope he is too.
because I can
hope
say to that guy, even though you're not finishing it and I'm bitter, I could not have written the books that you wrote.
Yeah.
You're very talented and you are living your life, sir. And even though I selfishly want you to finish writing the books, you have the free will to do whatever the fuck you want, man.
Oh, you know what the problem is though?
That he doesn't? Does he not have
He
free
can't hear you through his piles of money.
Oh! Oh my god!
So no matter what you say, whether it be positive or negative, he can't hear you. Can't hear you through his piles of money.
So right. God, if this actually gets back to him some way somehow, we will have made it, Jim.
Yes, and then we'll get to meet George R.R. Martin.
What about a podcast where we just like no, that's bad. I don't actually want to do this, but a podcast where we just like shit on people because bad news travels so fast and just our way of like meeting people we like by pretending we hate them.
Yeah, I'm not in love with that.
I don't think that'll work. I don't think we'll have any listeners, but I only said it because we're doing the whole yes and
What
thing.
if we do it? What if we do it the other way around? What if we make a podcast where we just come up with nice things to tweet at celebrities?
Huh.
Because you know how
I'm writing it down.
who reads the mean tweets? Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
You know, mean tweets, which is very funny. But what if instead of sending out mean tweets, we sent out nice tweets?
I think that's like major karma points. I pessimistically think about the likelihood of people tuning in to nice things. I could be wrong, but I don't know how we'll maintain. I mean, my mom would love it. She's our only listener. Hi,
That's
Mom.
true. Hi, Mom. Hi, my mom and Joe's mom. To be clear, they are different moms.
Jim wants everyone to know that he and I are not blood relatives. It makes me sad at night, but...
Well, hold on. We could be blood relatives even though we have different moms. Could be like cousins. But
Fair.
we're not that either.
We're not. We do not have the same mom or dad, or to our knowledge, any shared family member.
No.
But
You're Italian. I'm not Italian.
hey, you know what's crazy? Everyone is related. Humans started in Africa. Like, that's a fact that I think we always forget about. Our species started out in a single village in Africa, and across the years, we've developed to look very different from each other, but we're fucking all related. We are all related.
We are. That was a bad place to put the F word.
We are all related.
Just because,
damn it.
Just because because sometimes that word means to make sweet love to each other, and you don't want to make sweet love to someone you're related to.
But to a degree, everybody is. Everyone is committing incest to. It's just a question of how great is the degree of incest.
Yes.
Technically, yes.
Okay. I'm done talking about this. Bye.
We can move on because that's not a podcast. That was just a thought I had.
Well, I mean,
it could be a podcast, but
stupid thoughts with Joe Godley. I love it. Yes, let's keep doing it. You got another one?
Yeah, I have plenty of deep, stupid thoughts, but
okay, hit me.
Oh God, Jesus, where do I begin? I can't think of one off the cuff, but I'll mention the next one that comes to mind.
Oh, great! I can't wait. I both mean that genuinely and not.
Deep, stupid thoughts. No, I have these all the time. Why can't I think of one when the pressure's on? It's like taking free throws. Other things I can't do very well either. Not good at sports.
Buckets.
Okay, a deep, stupid thought I was having as a young kid.
Okay.
Realizing he was bad at sports. Was like, I'm in the middle of like playing soccer and I'm like, what the fuck does it matter if we win this game or not? I'm 5 years old. I get nothing whether I win or lose from this game. There's nothing in it for me.
Did you think that, Joe, when you were 5? What the fuck does it matter when you were 5?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was more like I'm not getting food or money from the outcome of this game. And then my Uncle Steve would show up with donuts and I would volunteer to sit out because then I got donuts. My dad was the coach of the Pee Wee soccer team at the moment, so it's even funnier when the coach's son, who already sucks at sports, volunteers to sit out because he wants to go eat some donuts.
Because he's got to eat that donut.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a deep, stupid thought that turned into a silly, true story. Let's move on.
Give me an idea.
Okay, from my list, a podcast about, this can be true stories or not, times we've had to pee really, really, really bad. I wrote this thought down as I had to pee really bad and was like, oh man, we could talk about that all day.
Could we?
When was the last time you had to pee really bad, Jim? And you couldn't at the time. You had to hold it.
I mean, the only times I remember are times when I was like a wee lad. And I was a wee lad who weed.
A wee lad.
Yes. Who weed all over himself.
You did? All over yourself as a kid?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
At least once. I have one memory of when I was in like kindergarten and I had to pee really bad and we were outside at recess and I didn't want to ask anybody if I could. And so then we came in from recess, but before we came in from recess, the teacher was like leading like a little exercise thing, like right before we went in. And all I remember is doing jumping jacks and having to pee and saying, well, I guess this is it. And I just peed right there.
See, I think this is really, there's a lot to go on with this idea. Because not only can we dive into that, but also if we had callers calling in, everyone has a story of when they had to pee really bad. That is a shared human experience.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's because I live most of my life in my house where I can pee wherever I want. Well, not wherever I want, but whenever I want. That, like, the only times I, like, in recent memory where I've, like, been desperate to pee is, like, when I'm, like, on the computer playing video games with my friends and we're doing something live, and like if I leave, then I miss the action,
Mm-hmm.
and then I die. That's like the only time that comes to mind.
Okay, so this is definitely more of an audience participation podcast idea.
Yes. I don't know. I just like I take care of it
Maybe this is just a problem I have. Maybe I
you share with the class.
Well, the last time I had to pee really bad and couldn't, I was driving to visit some relatives.
Yeah, driving
Will do it. And what's funny is like I was dying and I pulled over, peed in this disgusting gas station rest stop.
Oof.
But then when I got to my destination, I realized, hey Joe, you left an empty Gatorade bottle in your car for emergencies if you ever had to pee really bad. You forgot it was there and held it and suffered unnecessarily. I've never used that Gatorade bottle.
Well, yeah, and that's like gross.
It is gross, and I would like to say I would never use that bottle more than once. It's a Gatorade bottle that has never been used to pee for peeing, and if I peed in it, I would immediately dispose of that and get a new bottle. I would not reuse it. For anyone who's judging me.
Okay. Just the concept of peeing in a Gatorade bottle.
I'm the only one in the car at the time, Jim. No one's gonna know. If you had to go.
No, like if I did it, I would be like, I would know though. And like that would be something I would feel compelled to share with someone.
Right, but okay, so what's the alternative? Like eventually your body will let loose that urine, right?
I mean,
eventually that'll happen.
I would rather get out, like, first off, if either I'm going to find a bathroom somewhere, you know, hopefully, maybe not the best bathroom, or if I'm not finding a bathroom somewhere, then the road is empty enough that I can pull over and jump into the forest and
sure.
Pee.
That second one, I have no comeback for. The first one, however, I think in retrospect, that gross ass bathroom I ended up peeing in was far dirtier than if I had peed in the clean Gatorade bottle in the car that I own that I keep fairly clean. Much cleaner than that bathroom.
That's fair.
I think this is a great idea for a podcast. May I even say it's a gold idea?
Stop
it's
it.
so good it's
Stop
gold.
It. Stop
like the
it.
color of urine?
Stop it. You're dead to me.
Okay.
Give me something else. Give me something not themed over urine. Or other bodily excrement.
Silly fears. Fears we have that are just irrational. Fears we have that are silly. Not like fear of sharks. I'm talking like this whole episode has just been me sharing about myself. As a kid, I was afraid of grapes.
You were afraid of grapes? Or you just didn't want to eat them?
Both. But I remember being afraid of seeing grapes on a table, like on a centerpiece or something, and thinking, what if I'm eating and don't notice a grape rolling onto my plate, and I choke and die on this grape that I didn't expect? I was fairly young because I didn't realize you look at your food as you're eating it, you would see that grape. And if you chew the grape...
Speak for yourself.
Okay. Well, I didn't also think, hey, Joe, you know when you eat things, you chew them. So you would just proceed to chew that grape and be fine. But I was afraid of, at the time, a grape seemed huge to me, choking on it and dying. So I was afraid of grapes as a kid.
Gotta look out for grapes.
You never know. But
when they dry up, they become the California raisins. And those guys.
And as a kid, I loved raisins. I absolutely loved raisins. Still do. And to this day, just because it's fun, I still don't eat grapes. Because I'm kind of like, I've gone this far. I eat plenty of healthy things. Why not just like hold on to this stupid thing that I'm no longer afraid of and I'm just gotten used to? What about you, Jim? Silly fears.
Silly fears. Huh. I like to think most of my fears are rational. Except like calling people on the phone. But that's a common irrational fear.
What are you afraid will happen when you call them?
A lot of things. One, I will just look like a jerk.
How, you might ask? Many ways. I often struggle to understand what people are saying on the phone, like without fail.
Okay.
I like never understand. I barely understand what people are saying when I'm talking to them face to face.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's not it. I don't know. I just hate talking on the phone. It gives me a great deal of anxiety.
Okay.
I don't like it. That's a fairly common thing for us millennials.
I love talking on the phone.
Well, that's because you're a weirdo.
Yeah. Said the pot to the kettle.
You're outgoing.
I'm an extrovert and introvert.
Yeah. Of the two of us, you are the extrovert, and I am the introvert. Sometimes. Actually, that's not...
I think you're an extroverted introvert too.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we're both introverts, but with varying degrees of extroversion.
Yes. We extrovert ourselves in different scenarios.
Go on.
I don't know. You are more social to people you don't know. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
I've actually started toning that back, but yes, for the majority of my life, far more, hey, how's it going, New Jersey?
Yeah.
I've known this guy for years when I just met him.
You are more likely to speak to someone you don't know than I am.
Living in New York kind of changed that, but...
Right. It both toned it down and made it, I don't know, more.
But okay, so when are you more extroverted than I?
I think in situations, in social situations among like a group of people that we know.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I think I am definitely more extroverted. That's where I thrive.
And I just kind of sit there and say nothing.
Yes.
A lot of the
kind
time.
Of brood. You're a brooder.
I'm not always brooding. I think I just have a face that...
I didn't say you were always broody. You have a very broody face.
I have a very broody face, for sure. But yeah, this is like... We were talking about this before the podcast. What a great pair we make as friends. And this is yet another example of why Jim and I are such good friends.
Because we complete each other!
Kind of, yeah.
Just like... What's the movie that's from? You Complete Me.
You Complete Me? Is that... That's not Brokeback Mountain. That's I Can't Quit You.
Yeah. Or I Don't Know How to Quit
I Don't Know How to Quit You. You Complete Me. I don't... That's...
I want to say... No, Jerry Maguire's You Had Me at Hello.
You Complete Me is like a phrase I grew up with.
It's like a phrase.
Yeah, it's a phrase I grew up with as a kid, but never saw the movie.
There's like a definite movie from like the 80s or 90s that was like a big line from.
Let's ask her. What movie is the line "You Complete Me"? Oh God, why did I say that?
Here are some movies matching the line. Walk the line in the line of fire.
I phrased this question so poorly.
I'm just gonna go to Google.
Yeah.
This is really great audio.
Hey, we could do a podcast about lines that are...
No, maybe it is Jerry Maguire because this is a picture of Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is Jerry Maguire. Yes, it is from Jerry Maguire.
Great.
It's both.
A podcast...
I'm so good at pop culture. Come at me.
You are. We could do a podcast about phrases or quotes that are so immersed in like the zeitgeist that people have forgotten the source material, such as You Complete Me.
Or what's another one? Something like I'm King of the World.
Yeah, that works.
Like from Titanic. Like
man,
people just do that.
We're really testing this one out, and I have no other ideas. This is spiraling and crashing.
Because we've forgotten what movies they're from.
Or I just can't think of...
Yes.
I just can't think of quotes. Shit. Well, that's why we have these conversations, is to figure out
what has traction.
What has traction.
It's not that one.
Nope, it's not.
All right, give me one more idea.
There's always Sea Lion, Tree Lion.
God damn it.
I was waiting for the right...
Oh, God damn it. No.
There were people waiting for us to mention
No.
They were.
You pulled it out so quick, too. You asshole. Oh.
Come on.
Sea Lion, Tree Lion. All right, what would you like to add to our outline for Sea Lion, Tree Lion this week? Our plot Bible.
Okay,
Well,
so
or,
one of
or,
the...
or what premise would you like to add?
So-
Because we have like 6 at this
So
point.
one is about a lion that just refuses to like agree with anything. Be like, sea lion, people are really nice when you get to know them. He's like, no, they're not. I think so because of this life experience. And it's like, come on, lion, don't you want to like go visit your friends? Nah, I see them all the time. But then he goes and has a great time with them. And it's like, sea lion, you had a great time with your friends this
Okay, where does the tree lion come in? Is he the tree lion? So you say sea lion, tree lion. No, that doesn't make sense. That's
No.
dumb. You're dumb. You're doing
No.
a bad job.
Whoa. You just proposed something and
hey.
then found out it didn't work and said, I'm doing a bad job.
This is a bad idea.
No, it's not. It is not, Jim.
Well, give me something better than that. That was just the sea lion. Where's the tree lion?
the tree lion, his home is in a tree. He lives in a tree.
So
It's a story about 2 lions. One lion that's stubborn and won't try anything new or go
and another
along.
lion that lives in a tree?
Yeah, he happens to live in a tree.
Oh my god. You're the worst.
People are dude. This is what are gonna me pushing for this idea is what's gonna keep bringing people back week after week after week.
Well, now that you've said that, it won't.
No,
Because
man.
they'll see through our ruse.
Come on, man. The secret, Rhonda Byrne. Put it out there. Manifest, motherfucker. I'm manifesting. It'll work. It's too good.
It'll work.
Yes,
It's too good.
Yeah.
I think we're getting away from the nature of sea lion, tree lion with that premise, though.
I don't know how. It's an open world. There are no wrong answers.
Well, okay. I think that was a wrong answer. Respectfully.
Okay, fine. So
I would much
Jim
prefer-
is still
I
not
would-
sold on sea lion, tree lion.
No, I'm not sold on that sea lion, tree lion. No. I would much rather go back. The lion that lives in a tree is okay. We need to do something better with the sea lion.
Oh, for me, the tree lion part is that's always been standard. Is the tree lion is a lion who lives in a tree. If I haven't made that clear until now, I'm sorry, but that's been the idea. Is there's definitely a lion who lives
Right.
in a tree.
Now, the sea lion that you're saying sea lion, is that a land lion, a raw lion, or is that a sea lion, like SEA lion?
Well, what fun would it be if I gave you a direct answer to that? Why not just...
You are the person who's coming up with this idea. This is not like
If the
you
one
are
being,
the author of this story.
If the one-
you are the creator.
if the one
If we were going to make this a show, it would say created by Joe Godley. And hence, therefore, thus, you must have an answer for that. You monster.
Okay, so it would be much more fun if a sea lion was getting asked the question, sea lion? So I'm definitely leaning
So
in
the
that
sea
direction.
lion's name is Lion?
Yes. The sea lion's name is Lion. Yes. Lion the sea lion.
I don't know.
There's got to be other people who are enjoying this as much as me.
I don't know.
Please,
Well,
if you're enjoying this as much as me, let us know. You can find us at Do You Want to Pod on Twitter, Instagram. Once we fix the Facebook glitch, you can also search that handle on Facebook. And
you can still search "Do You Want to Make a Podcast?" and you should be able to find it on Facebook, though.
well
If you just type it in. And
on Facebook, yeah. If you Google that, I don't know how good the SEO is.
Shit.
What?
I unplugged your thing.
You unplug the computer?
the things are unplugged.
Oh, it's okay. We're almost out of time. And you can also email us at doyouwantomakeapodcast @gmail.com. Quick recap. Silly fears. Having to pee really bad. 5D movies,
5D movies.
which is going to make us money one way or another.
Which we then expanded to you explaining scary movies to me that
Yep.
I don't want to see.
Yep. Yeah, well, that might have been it for today.
No, we had another one, and now I don't remember what it was, which I guess means it wasn't very good. Nice tweets.
Nice tweets. Yes. We could just, whenever we tweet, I hope we'll be nice regardless.
That's true.
So we kind of are already, that's an action item that we're going to follow through on, period.
Yes.
Action item. Ooh, corporate word.
Stop. I'm leaving now
All right.
because I don't want to hear any more about sea lion treat lion. Goodbye.
Bye, Mom.
Goodbye, Mom. I love you.
Bye.
And all of you, thanks. Bye. Love you. Bye.
Bye.